Hello, welcome to the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report issued every Friday. I'm Amy Rofail, here to bring you the latest news regarding anti-Semitic actions taking place around the world. Today I want to draw your attention to a movement known as BDS, Boycott, Divest, Sanction. This movement is on various college campuses around the United States, wherein proponents are seeking that communities, colleges, universities boycott Israeli products and services, divest from any financial entanglements with the government or with Israeli companies, and sanction the nation-state of Israel. They claim this stance based on human rights violations, which are completely unfounded. This is a sad state for an academic community to be in, when academics claim that they seek truth, critical thinking, and to analyze history and its various aspects. The State of Israel has been the foremost protector of human rights in the Middle East for over 60 years. Regardless of gender, sexual orientation, religious background, ethnicity, or no religious background, members of the communities in Israel who live inside their borders are protected as human beings, regardless of these facets of their personhood. Wherein the neighbors of Israel take no regard for human rights issues and use gender, sexual orientation, and religion as a basis for both discrimination and prejudice exercised at the community level as well as by government. Therefore, it is a bit ironic that academic communities in the United States claim that they want to boycott, divest, and sanction the nation-state of Israel when it is actually the figurehead for what they claim they propose and propel to begin with. So the BDS movement, while not actually catching on to the point of colleges and universities specifically taking actions to fill those requests, it is gaining momentum, and college and university boards and staffs are taking notice and listening and giving an ear. On campuses, Jewish students are reporting harassment, feeling marginalized, or somehow feeling threatened because of this movement on campus. Anti-BDS movements are gaining momentum and funding, including Campus Maccabees, Campus Fellows, and Positively Israel. These groups are organizing on college campuses to offer support to the Jewish students. They welcome support from non-Jewish students, and they are trying to better the image of Israel by espousing the truth of its contributions to the world. As a result of this, there is promising anti-BDS movements ongoing. Most recently in Las Vegas in June of this year, a total of about $150 million was donated by the trust of John and Dora Beruchin, Holocaust survivors and real estate developers from California. The late couple has donated $150 million to start an advocacy center for anti-BDS movements, and this advocacy center will reach into both high schools and colleges to fight the BDS movement. These promising and generous fundraising isn't limited to this one couple. The cause of maintaining a positive image for Israel and a safe environment for Jewish students has also gained another 20 donors with at least $1 million each. This money has been earmarked for both the Advocacy Center in its startup phases, but funds will also be distributed to Campus Maccabees, Campus Fellows, and Positively Israel, as well as other established groups on campuses with anti-BDS notions. The problem herein is that the Jewish community, like the Christian community, the African American community, the Asian communities, they're not monolithic. The Israelis are a democratic people, and even the State of Israel has many groups within it with competing ideas and interests. But the nonpartisan common ground has always been the legitimate existence of the State of Israel and its ability to function within the international community. This is a common ground issue that all factions usually agree on. In the United States, the Israeli issue was also, for decades, a nonpartisan issue. Democrat, Republican alike support the State of Israel. So, as we look on to the current and ongoing efforts of the Jewish student and the Jewish presence on campuses where they legitimately exercise their goal of learning and continuing their education, and the nation state of Israel as it provides goods and services around the world, we want that freedom to remain and those interactions to be intact. So let's continue to offer solidarity as Christians, as non-sectarian groups who want freedom and justice to prevail on college campuses as well as around the world. Jewish communities can and will work together despite their philosophical or political differences to combat the BDS movement and use the generous funding provided by Jewish people around the nation to combat the BDS movement. And for that we are thankful, and we continue our support for these groups. Thank you.